I'm delighted. Molly Hemingway, editor-in-chief of The Federalist, and Kaylee McGhee White, Restoring America editor for The Washington Examiner. Molly, who's the biggest winner last night, do you think?
Well, probably the same as it's been for every debate, which is Donald Trump, who succeeds by not showing up at these debates, and that is a significant issue. But I agree with you that Ron DeSantis had the best answers. He understands the policy the best. And so it's not surprising that you would have so many people in the media claiming that it was Nikki Haley.
What do you think, Kaylee?
I think DeSantis did a great job at making sure that he stays in second place and that Nikki Haley stays in third place. But I think Molly is right here. The debate last night was a debate between the runner-ups and who's going to be in second and third place. And I got to ask, what's the point? What's the point of continuing the charade? Trump is 50 points above every single person on that stage except for DeSantis. No one comes close to him. He's what the primary voters want. And I think the other candidates need to accept that.
I think it's also true that Vivek Ramaswamy had a very good night.
We're going to get
well.
to him. Okay. He's coming on the show in a moment. But it's all right. You can give us your take.
He's willing to say things that are truthful that nobody else is willing to say. He doesn't have a political background. You know, the previous successful Republican nominee also was an outsider. And you saw how fresh and exciting it was when you see that kind of.
Well, and he's also the only one who's actually aligned with GOP primary voters when it comes to foreign policy. 62% of Republican voters do not want to continue sending billions of dollars of foreign aid to Ukraine. Every single other person on that stage, with perhaps the exception of Ron DeSantis, supports the blank check. Ramaswamy was the only one who firmly said, no more.
The three populars are Trump, Ramaswamy, and DeSantis. That's it. And when you add up all their support, last time I checked, it was about 84%. When you add up all of them. So, but they're the fringe. We're supposed to believe they're the fringe.
There's not really a debate in the Republican Party about where they want to be going. The debate among the media people is they wish the Republican Party could be returned back to that pre-2015 era where they were easily controlled, where they had the burden of pushing their wars, which were very politically toxic and unpopular. They liked when the Republican Party was carrying that. They don't like that the Republican Party has thrown that off and that it's embracing more of a populist message.
But Nikki Haley, the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, I don't think I saw one major media outlet who didn't say that she absolutely won that debate last night. And she had some there were emotional exchanges. I'm going to ask Vivek about those later, but they're emphatic. And don't you think that they see, if Haley's the nominee, they can run the same campaign? They ran against McCain and against Romney successfully.
Well, it's not just that. I think that this tells us that they ultimately see her as a person that they control. If she were to beat Biden, if she's in the White House, she's establishment through and through. And we got to talk about the weird tweet and the comment that she made to Ramaswamy about how her heels are ammunition. I am still trying to figure out what that means. Is she going to send it over to Zelensky to help the Ukrainians? Is she going to chuck it at Ramaswamy? We don't really know, but it was cringe, to use Gen Z slang.
Yeah, well, thankfully I missed that. Molly, MSNBC is pushing the idea that the No Labels Party will actually stop Trump. Watch this.
To me, the two winners are Nikki Haley and Chris Christie. So my real question is to No Labels, because you've got two people on that stage right now who could challenge Donald Trump with all your dollars behind them. What exactly are you doing?
Molly, there's now a rumor of this No Labels group drafting Romney and Manchin run together. That, to me, it's one of the funniest things I've heard, next to the stilettos comment.
Yeah, there's clearly a lot of investment in having the winner of the next election not be President Trump. And because he's polling so well in the primary, and he's even polling well in the matchup against Biden, people are willing to do all sorts of things. I don't know what their logic is there. There are not a lot of people who are hungering for Manchin. There are even fewer people hungering for Romney.
Do they remember what they said about Romney in 2012? He was Thurston Howell III. He was mean to his dog. They just savaged Romney, as they did to McCain. People think that, we love John McCain, we love Ronald Reagan, we love. What do they do to those candidates?
The media love Republicans who are no threat to them or to the establishment. So. That's how you get
it's called Democratic amnesia. They apparently love the Republicans that they used to hate as soon as, they come around to this side. But I think the claim that No Labels is somehow going to help Biden instead of hurting him, it's the same claim that people are making about RFK Jr., how they think that he's going to hurt Trump more than Biden. It's just not true. Trump has been shoring up his support among the GOP primary base for months now. At the same time, Biden cannot even hold on to California voters. He is losing support among his own base. A third-party bid is only going to hurt Biden.
I think it's just the most ridiculous idea ever. Do you think it's actually going to happen? Do you think Manchin will actually throw his hat in?
I think that he clearly indicated that he wanted to do that today. And there's a lot of money invested in this third-party run. The main thing that's stopping it is that polling shows it hurts Biden.
It's going to kill Biden. Ladies, great to see both of you. Thank you.